previous video, we have learned what are roots and how to determine the nature of the roots of a quadratic equation. In this video, we are going to discuss how to determine the roots of a quadratic equation. To determine the roots of a quadratic equation, we have three methods, namely factorization method, completing the square method, and the formula method. Out of which, in this video, we will learn the factorization method. Before that, let us know the meaning of the term factorization. Factorization means writing a number or mathematical objects as product of several factors. Now, when I say writing a number as product of its several factors, it's easy and we have already learned this. Let us understand this with the help of an example. 12. If I want to write this number 12 as product of its several factors, I'll have to first find out the factors, and that I'll do using prime factorization method. So 12, I'll go by 2. So 2 6s are 12, 2 3s are 6, and 3 1s are 3. This 12 I can write as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. Now, when you multiply these numbers, that is 2 2s are 4 and 4 3s are 12. So when you on multiplying the factors, you get the same number. Now, let us know what are mathematical objects. Mathematical objects are expressions, equations, logarithms, sets, and many more, out of which we will consider the equation. For example, 2x squared minus 4x plus 3 equals to 0. Now, if I want to represent this mathematical object as product of its several factors, I'll have to first find the factors out. Finding the factors of a number was quite easy. Now, in the video, we will learn how to find the factors of an equation. Then, we'll represent the factors in the product form, and lastly, using those factors, we will find the roots of this equation. Let us have a look. Let us consider this example. X squared plus 21 equals to 10x. Step number 1. Get the equation in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, which is nothing but the general form of the quadratic equation. To get this equation in the general form, I'll transpose this 10x onto the other side. On this side, it is plus 10x. After transposing, it becomes minus 10x. So now this equation looks like x squared minus 10x plus 21 equals to 0. On comparing this equation with the general form, I get the value of a as 1, value of b as minus 10, and value of c as plus 21. As I've already told you, always carry the numbers along with their sign. Step number 2. Find the product AC. So AC will be equal to 1 into 21, which will be equal to 21. Now, let us have a look at the third step. In the third step, we find the factors of AC, say n1 and n2. After finding these factors, they should satisfy two conditions. Condition number 1, the product n1 into n2 should be equal to AC. And condition number 2, the sum n1 plus n2 should be equal to b. First, let me write the values of a, b and c over here. So a is 1, b is minus 10, and c is 21 plus 21. So now, first I'm going to use the prime factorization method and find the factors of AC. in this case, which is 21. So AC is 21 and B is minus 10. So let us find the factors first. So 21. I'll go by 3. 3 sevens are 21 and 7 ones are 7. So when I multiply these numbers, that is 7 into 3, it gives me 21. So my first condition is satisfied. Now I have to satisfy the second condition as well. That is, when I add these numbers, I should get the value of B, which is minus 10. So minus 10. Now I want this to be like 7 and 3. So 7 plus 3 gives me plus 10. But what I want is minus 10. So I'll try assigning the minus sign over here. So 7 minus 3 gives me plus 4. So this won't work over here. Now let this 3 be plus and let me assign this minus sign, this negative sign to 7. So minus 7 plus 3 will give me minus 4. Again it is not minus 10. Let me give the negative sign to both the factors. Minus 7 minus 3 gives me minus 10. So my second condition is also satisfied. This implies that my value of n1 is minus 7 and my value of n2 is minus 3. Now let us have a look at the fourth step. Step number 4. Write the equation as ax squared plus n1x plus n2x plus c equals to 0. For that, let me first write the values of n1 and n2. My n1 was minus 7 and n2 was minus 3. So I'm going to write this equation as x squared, because my value of a is 1, minus 7x minus 3x plus 21 equals to 0. Step number 5. Grouping and taking out common. So let me just make the group of first two terms and the next two terms. Now I have made the groups. I have to take something common out. So from first two terms, what should I take common? I can take x common. And I'm left with x minus 7 inside the bracket. From next two term, what should be taken out common? I can take minus 3 common. So again inside the bracket, I'll be left with x minus 7. One thing to be noticed over here is the brackets after taking out common should be the same. Okay, and this is equal to 0. Now I'll give the bracket to the numbers that do not have the bracket. So in this case, it's x minus 3, x minus 7. This is equal to 0. Now let us have a look over here for time being. If I say a into b is equal to 0, this means that either a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0. This also means that a is equal to 0 and b is also equal to 0. Am I correct? Same implies over here as well. What am I going to do is, I'm going to assign this 0 to both the brackets and hence find the value of x. So over here in step number 6, I'll write the brackets once again. So my brackets were x minus 3 and x minus 7, both of them equals to 0. So as I told you, I'm going to assign this 0 to both the brackets. So this becomes x minus 3 equals to 0 or x minus 7 equals to 0. In place of this or, you can also use and. Cool. Now I'll transpose these numbers to find the values of x. So my x becomes equal to 3 or x becomes equal to 7. This was our ultimate aim, and that is what we have found. We have found the values of x. That is, we have found the roots of the quadratic equation. Thank you guys. See you in the next video. And in the next video, we are going to learn to find the roots by the completing square method. Thank you.